And here we are. We are unalive again, maybe. I don't know. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game, and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you, as a viewer, ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. And now, we are going to thank our sponsors. First up is Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs. Some of my players have their boxes already, some do not, and coincidentally enough, the two players in the center are the ones that don't have them as of yet. The male is doing weird things, let's put it that way. And let's see, Mikhail may be in the chat, which is over there. I'm still 50-50, so it's good. He was in there last week, so let's see if we can get him in there this week. If you want, visit him on Instagram. The link I will put in the chat. Easy enough to do. I've got a little command for that. And our other sponsor, Martlet Games, is a collective of tabletop veterans dedicated to producing quality content for multimedia like here on Twitch, to one-shots, modules, and full-fledged game lines. They are also available for commission work or consultations to help make your next tabletop project see completion. Investing in the World of Darkness fan community is just one approach Martlet Games is taking towards becoming one with the singularity and seeking new digital horizons. Yeah, don't blame me. It's Patrick again. I'm just going to blame Patrick every time. So, returning the favor over on their Patreon or spreading the word of the flock far and wide ensures your place among the records of history. And there's another thing that I'm not allowed to talk about just yet, but I like teasing because it's fun. We have a new sponsor, but I can't say anything yet, so tune back in a couple weeks and you're gonna hear about that. Dun dun dun. Okay, so when last we saw our intrepid coterie, they had a meeting with Cassius. Cassius finally got back to them, and there was a little bit of shade, a little bit of sass and snark being thrown back and forth. Yeah, just a little. And they got a new mission from Cassius, along with the promise of some particular forms of payment. The new mission, on the other hand, is extremely dangerous. It is to go into Stanley Park. Stanley Park, for everyone who's seen our werewolf games, which are on YouTube, is definitely werewolf territory. There are probably about 100 Geru that exist in and around Stanley Park and the Great Cairn that is located there. The Great Cairn is one of the super rare level 6 cairns that is ridiculously powerful, and mages, Nefandi, Thunderworms pretty much tried to take it out recently and failed, leaving Magni in a very, very grumpy mood. So, it will be a couple days from the last time where we had the meeting, so everybody's gonna do a rouse check. Dun dun dun. And for the viewers at home, if you are in the chat, you can do !rouse to do your own rouse in the chat itself. Success for Ja. No success for Duran. Success for Jude. Success for Mordecai. Okay, so everybody on the... Wait, this side. This side of my screen. Margaret and Duran both failed their rouse check. Margaret, I don't think I've really done this too much. What does your beast sound like again?
A very kind of domineering sort of guy, kind of um, alludes to the like things of sorry, my words are failing. Like you're never going to achieve what you think you want to achieve, sort of thing.
All right, let's do that. You hear in the back of Margaret's mind, Margaret, you have to increase your studies. I don't think you're you're doing it wrong again.
You are the one who is wrong. How many times do I have to tell you this? I mean, how many times have I proven you wrong? Hmm?
Am I? Am I wrong? You're
Unquestionably.
you're slightly askew again. Balance in all things, Margaret. Balance.
I'll show you fucking balance.
And I'm assuming she's gonna go upstairs to the after hours book club to get a little nip.
And she'll be in her book club phase, which is the Maggie Smith and Taylor Mawson look.
All right, which is an awesome mashup, by the way. If you haven't seen those on Astrid's Twitter, check that out. There's gonna be two
I'll have
different
to do a
looks.
series of all the
Yeah,
ones that have appeared.
I think there's two looks for this particular episode. The next one we'll get into in just a second after I deal with Duran. Duran,
Si, padre.
you need to eat and increase your studies. This is you're
See.
embarrassing me.
No, tonight is the night after the studies. Tonight we celebrate, and I am going to a place where it's easy to shake the hands and
You
rub
are
the
also
elbows
being
and have a bite
insolent.
to eat. I'm not being insolent. I'm taking a
You
break.
are interrupting
You
me.
can't
You're
be
being
the ant all
insolent.
the time. You
I
have
will
to be
not
the
stand
grasshopper
for
from
this
time to time.
insolence.
Ciao, padre.
And in my games, generally sassing the beast back, sometimes works. Occasionally that may work. So, what is everyone doing on this particular eve? Just, it's another night has gone by. It's been about 3 or 4 days since the Cassius meeting. And you haven't heard word back from Senior Johnson as of yet. So, what would your typical nights be looking like for anyone who's joining us in viewing who hasn't actually seen the game as of yet? Let's start with Abigail.
Well, hello. My name is Joanna, and I
Oh,
play
right.
Abigail.
Crap. Sorry. Let's do that first. Let's introduce everybody. Let's start with Abigail.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I play Abigail, the techie Tremere, who is absolutely thrilled about going into Stanley Park this evening.
Isn't everybody? Let's go with Ja next.
I forget how I mute myself sometimes. Hello, I am Prince, aka Doubles and Dice. I am playing Ja Kato, the Banu Hakim assassin and part-time bounty hunter. And like a legit main bounty hunter, he does the same thing that Dog did. It's not all that grandiose though. No reality TV show.
Not yet.
Yeah, he's just trying to get by. He's just trying to pay the bills. What he be doing? I don't know. Work.
Probably. Margaret.
Yes, hi, I am Astrid, and that's Twitter you should check out. Probably a little bit later tonight is _Astrid. I am Zimbisi. She was a hippie before hippies were a thing, and then she kind of sold out a little bit, went into the high-end jewelry industry. Mm, it's just all been dazzling since. So I'd say in the last few nights, she's actually spent more time in her secret haven, little bit outside of town, doing some of those experiments. But she would be back this night to do the book club. It's probably been a full week. Time for the next one.
Let's go with Jude.
Hi, my name's Sara. I play Jude, the Brawlin Tremere, and she decided that if she's gonna meet death by Garu, she's gonna look good. So she spent some more time at the makeup table. She's switching up the outfit. It's getting to be summer. Not that that matters for a kindred, but she's got on, her stretchy black tank top, still got her suspenders, some acid wash shorts showing off all that leg on the 6 foot frame. And just getting all her stuff together, doing some reading, looking through actually probably some old notes from her time back in Milwaukee with her group of kindred women that she ran with.
Mordecai.
Hi. Michael, he, him, playing Mordecai, the Toreador, also he, him. Generally, Mordecai does what Mordecai does every evening. Wanders about his mansion, basking in the sounds of power, both upstairs and downstairs. And eventually decides should probably get dressed, have his ghouls attend to him, get dressed, does the thing. He's going to contact somebody because we apparently have to go into a wolf's den in order to steal a metal cylinder of blood storage or something.
And Duran.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Cliff. I can be found all over the place under the Vintage Self online, and I am playing Duran Giovanni, a member of that fine, upstanding family Giovanni, who is normally just a simple little tailor who, works out of his shops, dressing both men and women. And I usually start off the night with checking the books and yelling at my retainer, and waiting to see what's going to hit the fan next. Well, tonight I am partying like it's 1964 and 1990 for specific reasons. Duran is up. He is, dressed into the Fiat, and he is off to the Italian American Club.
Oh boy. All right. So, it's funny because I know that reason and I can't reveal it yet. Abigail, what were you doing again for this particular evening? Now that we can cycle back to that, because I fucked up and got a whole bunch of messages in our private chat being like, why are we doing the intro?
So Abigail would have been probably already reamed out by Cassius because she went back to the chantry afterwards. A lot. She got reamed out a lot. And she would have taken a small supply of silver dust from the chantry that the chantry had on hand.
Okay.
Yep. And she would have begged and pleaded with Cassius to teach her that ward against lupines so that she could use it without having to have him in the park with her. And as for tonight, she would have gone and searched around her apartment to find a small little spider, because they're, it's damp in Vancouver and there are spiders, daddy long legs, whatever the case may be. I'm sorry if that grosses anybody out. So she would have taken one of the spiders. She would have taken one of the vials that she has handy. She would have crushed it up, put it in, and rolling a rouse, if that's okay, storyteller.
It's not up to me. If you want to do it, go nuts.
Pass.
You roll 5 in a row if you really felt like it.
Okay, well, I passed. So let's see if I can make 2 vials just in case.
Okay.
And that one failed.
Abigail! We actually perfected the spider crushing method back in the war.
Sure you did, Winston. Of course you did. Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree that you perfected it, and that is fantastic.
What
Thank
you
you for
should do
teaching me.
is get
I
some more of those
appreciate you,
robots.
Winston. I appreciate you.
Get more of those robots, and then use some of them as your experiment.
All right, I'll do that, Winston. Of course I will.
And eat something.
Shh.
Christ's sake.
I will eat. And I think she's gonna go and pop over to one of the clubs, probably for a coffin club night.
Probably.
Before she heads over to Margaret, because she doesn't want a repeat of last time where she's hungry and sassing people she shouldn't be sassing.
Yeah, there was a bit of a conversation with regards to that. Let's transition over to Ja, who is hunting down his latest quarry.
I suspect Ja would have got this job done pretty fast tonight. Maybe even like push his partner out of the way to kind of get this done faster, take over driving everything. Because Ja really wants to not necessarily go into the park, but just take a drive around it to understand the layout.
Okay. Yeah, it's there's not really any way of necessarily driving too much around the park without going kind of in-ish the park. So the
more just the stroll on the trails and the outskirts sort of thing.
Yeah. You definitely there's kind of an unease that you would feel being a member of the kindred in that particular thing.
Sure.
And yeah, you can definitely kind of feel it. Like on this side, there's ocean, and when you're walking around, it's like, okay, cool, ocean, whatever. It's dark. But on the other side, you're definitely feeling like, I do not want to be here type of feeling.
That's what he was trying to figure out. Is this the place where I'm not supposed to be? Great. Mm-hmm. Now I know where we're going.
And I'm going to do a Margaret last because that's where the phone call is going to come in for the festivities for this evening. A quick thing to Mike or Mordecai, if you need to reset the video in order to do it, feel free to do so. It won't actually mess up the order. So if you need to pop out of the call or do that part, yeah. All right. I was just getting ready in case it actually messed up the entire thing, but it did not. So we're good. Let's go with Jude next.
Okay, so in the midst of making herself up a little more than usual, I would like to send a text message to Harley the Nosferatu.
Okay. You guys are going to make me write shit down again, aren't you?
Not a lot. And I just want to send him in our little encrypted messaging service. What the fuck is up with Cassius?
Send. Okay. As a storyteller note, that particular message will get there not this upcoming episode of Vancouver Adjacent, but it will show up in the episode after that, because the last episode was a to be continued where some Toreador shenanigans happened. So go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, not urgent, just trying to get some info from him eventually. So it's all good. And I also am going to do some spider concoctioning with my little tank full. Probably now about half of them will be gone, I would say, at this point. So I'm going to do my rounds.
I'm not going to be that storyteller that makes you write down all of their names and figure out who's on the chopping block and who isn't.
My brain does that already, so you don't really need to do it. So I did actually fail that one, though.
Jude, you should eat.
Yeah, I think I actually like have to now. I've kind of been avoiding it, but like, yeah, I
Come
think
on,
I
you
actually
gotta
have to.
go and eat. Go, like, I don't know, hang out somewhere and eat someone.
I know, but like, I just feel bad when I like punch somebody for no reason, you know? Like, it's starting to feel bad.
Would you rather feel bad or would you rather make me feel bad?
I mean, no one's really as important as you, babe. You're right. So
Oh,
I
hold
got
on
spider concoction.
hold
Oh,
on one
sure.
sec. It just popped up with a thing saying my internet connection was unstable. So, can everybody say something?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Something.
Hello.
Okay, that works. All right.
Hello.
Apparently, the internet connection is no longer unstable. So, uh, yeah, there was like a bit of a skipping when you were speaking last. So, okay.
Understood.
So, yeah, you're gonna go get some bites to eat.
Yeah, I'm actually in hunger 3 now, so I do really need to take
Let's
care of
make it
this.
hunger 2 because I'm assuming
Oh.
over the last couple of days
Oh, yeah.
you probably would have grabbed somebody to eat or
Okay,
something
cool.
to eat.
And
Whoops.
I'm taking my typical crossbody bag, my little spider juice, uh my knife as usual, and I believe that's all I need for the moment. So I will go. And is there like a bar on the way from Chinatown to
There's plenty of
Gastown, I'm
bars on the
assuming?
way.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of a like a almost a touristy bar-ish area that is down in Gastown. Like there's bookshops and it's kind of like it's just removed from the convention center. So there's like there's bars, there's bookshops, there's a bunch of other things in that particular area.
okay, so I want to probably check out some of these bars, and I want to find a man, uh like any age, older or younger, obviously an adult, that looks like he takes everything Joe Rogan says literally. And I want to uh kind of take him, like get him into an alleyway and then rough him up a little bit and then feed on him. That's what I would like to do.
All right. Let's do a. Which would you prefer, a strength or a dexterity based?
Definitely strength.
Strength. Okay, let's go
Yeah.
with strength and brawl. B-roll.
Cool. This should be
Ooh.
good. I don't like ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, I got 5.
Ooh, that's way more than my 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so he gets in a lick here and there, but you're able to heal it up and then take 2 points off of him, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's
Okay.
you kind of leave him there, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I just completely, once the feeding is done, I'm just like walking away as if he never existed. He can stay slumped on a wall. I do not care.
Yeah, he kind of gets slumped in beside a dumpster, and kind of is gonna be sleeping this one off. Let's slide on over to Mordecai, and that puts Jude at hunger 1 once again.
Hey, what about me?
What are you doing in the lead up to potentially getting a phone call?
Oh. Generally, focusing a lot more, actually easily, pretty much ignoring the upstairs these days. It's sort of self-sustaining. It runs itself. Touches base sort of thing, waves like he's wandering, like he's Jesus wandering through the Nazarenes sort of thing. He just waves to the people as they are doing their thing. Goes downstairs, gets in some training.
All right. So at that point, we're going to cut from you because the training is going to take, not a small amount of time, not a huge amount of time, but you got to get in like a bit of the weight training, a bit of the, cardio, some
Also
sparring.
calls his sire at some point.
Sorry?
I have to report to my sire at some point.
Yes, we're actually going to be doing that as bonus content on the Patreon.
So, yeah.
Which, speaking of bonus content on the Patreon, Duran, you are going to be going to the the place where you're going to be going.
Yes.
I can't reveal it.
So well, the Italian Canadian Club. Yes.
Yes. Are you going to be doing any feeding whilst there?
Yes. I really should. And I mean, being a scene queen, this is just kind of my place to feed.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's do a Dex and Brawl, maybe?
Well, I'm thinking of something
or
a little less
persuasion-ish.
brutal. Thank you. Find someone else who's very, very well dressed, and just kind of encourage them to join me for a drink off to one side, beside a doorway to a unused cloakroom, and then nip inside, have a bite, seal it up, tell them to forget the last 10, 15 minutes. Explain that we had nipped in here to talk, here's my card, come see me about suits and stuff, I hear you want. So nice, smooth, just the kind of thing that he's used to doing. So
in that
case, what do
case,
you want to roll?
For the initial one, it'll be a charisma or manipulation, dealer's choice, and etiquette or persuasion.
Oh, yeah. Shit, all of that is wonderful, but we'll go with etiquette and charisma, just because that's some good numbers.
I like good numbers.
Okay.
Good numbers are good.
And that would be 2 successes.
That's easy enough to do. And then the dominate roll, which is not at all useful because it's a mortal. So you basically just crush their will anyway. And they're like, I'll just sorry, I didn't know. What
it's cloud memory. I'll just take the half. So, yes, no, we were talking about the suits. I mean, the way you would notice that, you know what, I had blended the modern and the vintage and such. So here's my card. If you're looking for a job, I happen to know one of your uncles, and I can put in a good word for you.
Oh, all right, yeah, excellent. And then he wanders off.
Wonderful. Let's rejoin the party.
And now we'll transition up to Margaret. Margaret, after just having a bit of a nip, Amber comes up with the phone, and she's like, there's a phone call for you.
And did they say who it was?
They did not.
Fine, give it here. Hello?
Is this the Sundown something or other whatever league?
I mean, seeing as how you don't actually know what it is you're calling about, I don't think I can actually give you an answer.
You recognize the voice as Senior Johnson.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Now these phone lines always make everyone sound so different. Good evening to you, Sid. How's everything going with, what's going?
Well, it's, going.
And the fact that you're calling, gather that means that it's time to make our moves?
It is, yeah. I managed to set something up with, one of my people, which I'll have to explain in person. Just, I guess.
don't think you got to. What I'm gathering is we probably shouldn't trust them. I don't know.
Not so much not trust them. They're trustworthy enough. It's just they're a little how can I put this? They're a lot to handle. So I'm going to come there, not through my traditional means. So if you could arrange your group, that'd be super.
Yeah, I'll arrange my group. And she'll hang up.
And what is Margaret going to be doing from here? Sorry, we lost sound a little bit of there.
So she'll have Amber reach out to everyone else, let them know, basically in code that, he's reached out, probably something along the lines of the crow flies. And then Margaret herself will probably make sure that what small silver blades that she did have are there and good and sharp. And speaking of silver, has she heard back from her artisan associate?
She has, but it will take a while.
Lovely.
Not in the several days that you've had over the last little while.
As to be expected. All cannot be rushed. I know this.
It's true. Ja, you would be getting a call from Amber. Would you be heading over to Xenoschism?
Yeah, I'd head over immediately.
Abigail, same sort of question.
Yeah, pretty much. I would be sending a quick message to Charlotte saying, what's the quickest number to get a hold of your pilot?
You'd get the text message back fairly quickly.
Okay. And I just text back, thank you, and then heart emoji, and I make a note of the number in my phone so that we can give a quick call to the pilot if we need an extraction.
All right. And for everybody who saw that particular episode of Vancouver Adjacent, there was joking around about whether or not we would have Brendan on this episode, but Brendan works on Mondays, so yeah, we could do it. Jude, same sort of question. Would you be going over directly to Xenoschism?
Yes, I would. I would have, exhumed the scene with the feeding, be feeling a little bit more of pep in my step, and I would go right there. I think I'd probably be pretty close to the shop by now as well. So yeah. I'm just gonna head right there.
Chinatown is like practically right beside Gastown, yep. So yeah, you're good to go. Mordecai, same question.
Amber calls me and yes,
gave you the kind of secret kindred handshake code of, Mr. Johnson called back, said to come to Xenoschism semi-immediately.
As I'm training, the game of telephone would have gone through Alexia rather as well. Skip through anything. So we will then put a modicum of decent clothing back on instead of just the sweats. Get ready for a night on the town. Get Mercy to... You know what? The limo's probably... you know what? I don't know. Send some texts around who needs a ride.
All right.
I know what car to pull
out. We will deal with that in just 2 seconds. Duran, are you going to be making your way to Xenoschism?
Have we received those burner phones yet?
You would have received it, yes.
So, okay, so I now have a way to be contacted rather than going roundabout through the shop and everything. So,
yeah.
Okay. So it would be, see, ciao, it's the Giovanni. I don't care if the crow is flying. The crow can walk.
Yes. No.
And there's loud music in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what the night is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Viva l'Italia. Okay, I'll be there in a moment.
What?
Sheesh.
What?
Ay,
You're
right.
not in Italy.
You're buzzing my killing my something. See, I'll be there. Party pooper. Anthony, bring my Fiat. Or where did you put my keys? Where did you?
Oh,
you
so-
know I don't drink Fiat.
Yeah, we did. They're over here. And he brings you your keys.
Excellent. Two quick things. The 3 days of sewing and stuff should be in the back of the Fiat.
Yes.
And did I receive my overnight package from Texas?
Yes.
Excellent. That'll be in the back of the Fiat too. Wonderful. Okay, I'll go out and get in the Fiat and drive to Xenoschism.
So on the way, everybody's going to be getting a text message from Mordecai. Mordecai, what does said text message entail?
Who needs a ride? What car am I bringing?
Ja just responds with, yes, I need a ride.
Abigail would have. Can we fast forward through Abigail eating at the club?
Yes.
Okay, so Abigail would have sent back on Richard Street, south of Smythe. Please pick me up. Heart emoji. Thank you.
Oh, it's more than two, so bring a limo.
And I will be sending back a text while stopped at a stoplight that says M-O-K. Just all kind of together because I'm still getting the hang of this text thing.
Strange Italian word. He's trying to communicate to us.
And Steve would know it kind of fits.
Yeah.
Upon getting that text, I would just text back, no thanks, snake emoji.
What is she insinuating? I don't understand.
I don't know.
At least it was an eggplant emoji.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we'll bring a limo anyway. God knows
All right.
we'll probably need it.
So
For having bodies.
let's fast forward the picking up of everybody and trying to arrange themselves in the limo. The limo would arrive at Xenoschism probably last due to the fact that you had to pick up a few people. Everyone else, so that would be Duran and Jude, you would get there kind of around the same time.
I like your look.
Okay, so getting out of the Fiat, I would say,
Okay.
see Jude. Serena Jude.
Hi. How you doing?
Buonasera. I am doing very, very well tonight. Very exceptionally well tonight. And how are you?
I
was doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing well, and I like your outfit tonight. Is something special
Thank you.
going on?
It is
Something special
it
happening?
is the night. See, Italy won Eurovision tonight. This is a huge thing. For the third time.
Okay.
1964, 1990,
Yes.
and now this year, 2021.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay.
Fantastico.
I am so happy for you. Honestly, Eurovision is cool as fuck. Like
Oh,
I watched the
Eurovision is
YouTube
just-
compilations. I watched
Oh.
one time that like started in the first year and it went all the way up, like all the winning song. And then
See.
oh my god, Celine's one was so beautiful. I didn't even know she did that.
Oh, see.
It was so
Italy-
gorgeous.
Italy has been in and out. We have a long, tragic history, but we're back in, and we are one of the big five now, and it is wonderful. And to come back in with a win this year, and a rock and roll win, is just, I almost feel my heart beat. It's good enough
Oh
to
my
make the
God.
nipples of a dead man hard, which is kind of weird because I like my nipples soft.
And Jude is like for once like speechless. She's just like just taking it all in and just nodding.
So I'm in a good mood for Italy, a bad mood that I am not partying with my people. So I'm somewhere in the middle. And I guess tonight we get to go talk to some wolves. And if they get annoying, I will be annoyed right back with them.
I mean, we're gonna do our best as we always do. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your family.
Grazie.
And I'll look this song up on YouTube later because like I do want to hear it.
Oh, I will send it to you. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You're gonna send me a link?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, you want to go in? Well,
See.
We're waiting. Okay. So we'll both go in. Yay, Bill. And I'm just gonna go yell, Margaret! Yo, Margaret.
Well, this is strange. It is a party night and we are first.
Yeah, everyone would be there because Margaret's changing her face. Just they're gonna be fucking
That
this
is-
Garo.
Wow. We are first. That is strange.
She's going to take her face off.
Taste literally putting on her face to a whole new level.
Question is,
Yeah.
do you look at the back rooms trying to find her?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Jude does.
Then I'll say, you find her halfway through working on it. Oh, that Rouse failed. Back to 2 hunger already. Okay. Let's see how this roll goes.
It's not even, Margaret.
Just let me do this. Let me do this. Do you remember what the lupine tasted like? We are about to go there. Just let me get ready.
Did she say that out loud?
Right.
She's only on hunger too, so no.
Okay.
Okay. Internal dialogue. So Jude will look on just in rapt fascination. And she'll almost seem sheepish in that moment. Margaret, are you done? Like, can I come in?
Like, no, you can keep talking to me. I understand what you're saying, dog. Yes, I think I'm good. And she looks like Helena Bonham Carter mixed with Cobra Page of Cobra and the Lotus.
Oh, I like this one. This is very classic. It's giving me Joan Crawford. It's giving me Katharine Hepburn. It's giving me class and elegance. So, well done.
Thank you, sugar. I mean, it seems we're kind of on the same wavelength. You're looking spectacular yourself. The shorts fit you so well.
Thank you. Yeah, I just, it's getting to be summer, and I thought we don't know what these Garu like, like everybody on the internet is going crazy like for the tall vampire lady. So like I'm basically her. It's just in the 21st century.
I mean, you saw me. I
So-
made my titties look like trilobites.
Right. So we are really on the same page. But yeah, so it's just like, and there's a little part of me that if I'm gonna meet Final Death, I'm gonna look good while I do it.
Yeah.
And I'll sort of exit the back room to mingle back in the larger
Margaret will
area.
follow.
Cool.
It's about that time that everyone else would be showing up with the limo of holding. So, everyone is
Lucy, we're home.
Ah, me bellas and me bellows.
Everybody out of the pool.
It is a fantastic night. See.
Yes, good evening, fellas. Welcome.
Mr. Duran, how is the new phone treating you?
Excuse me? How is the...
How is the new phone? Are you comfortable with it yet?
no,
Is it to your liking?
I can use it.
Okay.
I will use it until it annoys me.
Okay. And when it annoys you, let me know and we'll figure something else out.
Grazie.
I will
It
set
is
you up.
it is appreciated. It does.
Isn't there like a phone for old people?
It does. Ahem.
But Mr.
Do I look
Giovanni
like
is
old
not
people?
so old.
Yo.
I mean, we're all aging. It's okay.
I can still play the Pokemon Go.
Oh,
And isn't that the most important thing, Mr. Giovanni?
That and being gotten in touch with, I would suppose, yes.
Of
This
course.
night is already well on its way to being incredibly enlightening.
I'm an Ingress person myself, but
Same company.
oh yeah, Niantic, that's right.
I'll be right back. Walk out of the store. Go back out to Mercy. I'm in a festive mood tonight, Mercy. Head home quick. Bring back the party demo.
All right. And she drives out.
You're a doll. All right. Back into the store.
As
Open
you
the
say
door
the party
really
limo?
carefully. Open
As
the door
you-
really carefully.
as you're coming in, though, Mr. Johnson walks up on the outside.
Oh, he walks. Yay. Thank God.
Looking around for the tech. Because the only thing I've ever seen him do is transport himself through some kind of technology. I'm looking for like
There's no like laptop or anything on the ground that he's jumped out of or anything. He just seems to be like walking up, and his suit is like kind of same sort of style, like the Miami Vice kind of style, with like the shortened sleeves, and it's like Don Johnson pink for this one, with like a light blue button-up shirt underneath.
damn, son.
Yeah.
Nothing? You'll leave me hanging?
No. I make it a
Mr. Johnson.
policy not to really touch your kind of vampire people
I wanted to thank you, though.
unless I have to.
I wanted to thank you personally.
Go
I
on.
haven't had a chance to. You saved my companion.
Yeah, I figured leaving them hanging around the Pentex probably not the best of ideas.
So I pulled out a card. I'm in here. You need anything, you let me know. Off the books, off the record, off the chain.
Yeah, we'll be in touch, definitely.
You have my number?
Well, he takes it from you. He's like, "Yeah, we'll be in touch. Shall we?"
Oh, I'll even say you came through my phone. So I go in through. Just as it's about the bell is about to go off, pin it to the roof or pin it to the top so it doesn't ring. Open the door all the way, and then
Mordecai, I'm going to kill you.
hey everyone, look who I found.
Oh, I'm definitely going to kill you.
Ah,
Well,
Senor
please
Johnson.
wait to kill him until later.
Yeah, I got it. Business
Uh,
first.
I'm looking Johnson like
Ding.
up and down. You look like a douche. Just your outfit,
Be
not your
nice.
face.
He's the one that's getting us in there.
Are you sure you're not a Bruja?
I'm trying to be helpful. Right, Duran?
what's a-
We have to inform people about their choices with how they present themselves. Am I wrong?
She's being edgy.
What's a bruja?
You are not wrong, Signorina. But there are ways and there are ways.
Okay, forget it. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm like a pizza cutter, all edge and no point.
werewolves have families, sub-families, you said?
Something along those lines, yeah.
The Bruja are
A family.
they're a family of ours with anger management issues.
All right. Yeah, we have some of those.
I thought that was like all of you.
In a manner of speaking. Anyway, to business, I suppose. Are we going to be doing it out here, or should we go in the...
What?
I don't see why not. And Margaret will just turn on her heel and go straight back into the meeting room.
the meat room or whatever she said.
I've been
Maggie?
to the meat room.
Maggie,
It
you didn't say you
I
had a
had
meat
nothing
room.
going for it.
I don't have one here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I do.
Hmm. It's even more disturbing, the fact that she's not denying it.
Oh, come
no.
now.
To be
Margaret
fair, I'm not
looks
really
lovely. I like Margaret's look. It's quite spectacular.
Me too. Let's go.
Well,
Let's go back.
That
It's
dude
better
looked-
than the other look that was more monstrous. Definitely 100% improvement, maybe 1,000%.
Mr. Johnson
Oh
just
no,
says,
part of that's with me constantly. About 10 years after this thing, the thing I got going on right here, that's permanent.
Mr. Johnson has no idea what you're talking about. He's just like gonna walk into the back room, like, I don't know, meat room. I don't know. But if you want a meat room T-shirt, if you're a Trevor fan from the adjacent crew, check out that link. Gotta get cheap pop in. It's like from Vancouver, British Columbia. So everybody's going into the back room. Once everybody's in there, Senior Johnson is going to go, okay, so this is going to be a limited time type situation. I can only have the window open for a certain amount of time. There is, I'd say, one of my cousins, though I am loath to refer to him as such, that will be trying to keep Magni distracted for a certain amount of time once I give him the go ahead. And it may or it may not work.
May we ask, Senor Johnson, where this distraction is going to take place, so that if it does not work, we have a rough estimate of how quickly he can run to where we are?
He can run extremely fast, so once you're in Stanley Park, it wouldn't really matter once the distraction stops working as to whether or not he can get to you or not. So it's one of those situations of hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Planning, we're good at that.
Okay.
Are you, though?
Well, the worst just usually happens to us, and we have to deal with it.
So,
Fair enough.
Mr. Johnson, what is the best course of action for us getting into the park? Would you suggest that we go just normal by land with an automobile, or would you suggest that we perhaps take a boat of some sort and pull up to the beach?
Well,
Why not circumvent the thing entirely?
for the tea house, I'd have to look at a map, but it would be up to you as to whether or not, like, which one is the fastest route for you.
Well, which one would get noticed less? Because I know that the tea house is a one-way, and we probably don't want to get stopped by any park rangers or whatever. So if we circumnavigate Stanley Park, we'll be in Stanley Park for a lot longer. Is that, do you think, going to be a problem?
I don't see that as being a problem. Your best bet's probably to go by boat. It is actually fairly close to shore.
All right.
How long is the window? Do you know? Like,
They're gonna be trying to, let's see. We have weird names. That's all I'm gonna say. So,
Gee.
Bangs the Pots is going to be trying to distract Magni probably around Beaver Lake, which is a fair chunk away from where you are or where you want to go.
okay. That's good to know.
Or you could drive up, I guess, Stanley Park Drive. It's right
Have
around
we-
the
Have we
seawall.
access to a boat?
I mean, if Mordecai doesn't have one, I can always call Charlotte and see if she's willing to lend us one, because I know that she has all sorts of really weird toys.
Who is this Charlotte, and why is she so incredibly rich?
Charlotte is a Ventru. Charlotte is
That explains a lot.
connected. Yes.
Charlotte
yes,
Arden.
Yes, Charlotte Arden.
See.
Yes, Charlotte has a lot of money. Mordecai, I mean, we're already bothering Charlotte for a helicopter. It's our manner of extraction should we need a really quick extraction. But do you have a boat that we could possibly borrow?
Of course I have a boat. Who wouldn't have a boat? You've seen my house. Why would I not
don't have a boat.
Why?
Why would I do this? Why would I not do this on sea as well as on land?
Well, are you out? I'm assuming
international waters.
I'm assuming that your boat is probably parked at the Jericho Beach area.
Or English Bay, I don't...
False Creek. I wouldn't see that as being too close to you.
Call Alexis. Or Alexia.
Ah, all right.
Where did we park the boat?
Oh, that's in, it's near Science World.
Oh, yeah! So is that... Wait, Cole Harbor.
No.
No.
So, out of character, for reference, Falls Creek is not actually a creek. It's basically an inlet. Science World is at
So it's Super Falls Creek.
Yeah, Science World is at the tip of that, or at the end of that inlet, and that is where your boat is parked. English Bay, if you follow along English Bay, you'll eventually get to the tea house, which is, I believe, near Third Beach in Stanley Park. So if you follow Falls Creek along that particular shoreline, then you will get to the tea house. Or at least, in theory, you will get to the tea house.
Theoretically, you should be able to get there within 15-20 minutes of piloting the particular ship in question, boat in question, yacht in question.
Yeah, because it just goes like...
Yeah, it's just like a quick...
Yeah.
We should be sponsored by Vancouver Tourism. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
I mean, you're really taking me on a whole journey as someone.
Yeah,
who's
I'm
never
looking
been
at the
there.
map. I'm like, oh yeah, Science World.
As a point of reference, Science World is also pretty close to Chinatown and to Gastown, which would make it actually a pretty ideal spot for parking the boat to get us, on our way.
Yeah, finally something good.
I'm a genius. Anyways.
I must visit this Science World at some point.
Yeah, it has a little ball thing. You can shake your head and your hair stands up and stuff. It's fun.
We have a place like that in Cleveland.
All right, so we take the boat to.
Oh no,
and then where do we land?
We take the party limo to the boat, and then we take.
Okay, right. And then, what area of Stanley Park do we leave the boat?
I mean, theoretically, I guess we would have to take a little bit of a skip from the boat, depending on. I don't know how big your boat is, Mr. Mordecai, but I'd imagine you can't bring it right up to shore, so we'd probably have to take a little bit of a paddle boat or something like that to actually get to shore.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Your boat would have one of these smaller boats behind it with a little outboard motor that you'd be able to yeah.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, my boat's too big for you.
Well, so you take the boat to one of the beaches, and then
Wreck Beach.
Which one?
No. Wreck Beach is on the other side of Vancouver.
Okay.
Wreck Beach is a different part of Vancouver tourism that we would be sponsored by.
Yes.
That would be Third Beach. That would be the closest to the tea house.
Okay, I did see that. I was wondering if that would be the best one. Okay. Cool. And then once we get there, they'll be in the distraction zone.
Once you let me know when you're essentially in position, I would stay off of the land portion of it. You drop me a line, I will try to make sure that the distraction is in play. Then you'll probably have about an hour, give or take, to get in, get whatever it is that you want/need, and get the fuck out.
Are there I don't know exactly, like, I'm not really from here, so like the tea house, are there going to be like people around there or guards, or what's the deal?
Out
No,
of
it's
character,
just-
at this particular point in time of night, probably not. Tea house
Okay.
is, closes around.
I
think,
figured,
7
but
or
I didn't
8.
know if there was any supernatural shenanigans where people are meeting up there at 1 a.m.
Does that?
I don't believe there will be any supernatural things there. Like, the werewolves generally stick close to where the it's not the marina, it's the, I don't know, I barely
Aquarium?
ever go in there. Fuck it. Yeah, aquarium, sure, that sounds right.
Okay. Anything else you can tell us before we start?
That's pretty much it. You've got an hour to get in, get your stuff, and get out.
Easy.
In
Shh.
And you don't
Mordecai-
wish to join us, Mr. Johnson?
No. I am
Well.
very much not welcome in that particular area.
Oh damn.
Why is that?
Well,
As
I thought
if
I'd
we
extend
are.
the invitation.
No, I'm really interested. What did you do?
It's not so much what I did, it's more, and he shows you the arm that's kind of has a metallic sheen on it. It's more what I am than what I have done.
I get it. I see this now. Okay.
Cyborg?
Yeah, because they don't like that, because it's like not
It's
organic.
not natural.
They don't like that, right? It's the 21st century.
It's
Get
like
with
the
times.
Camarilla and a Camarilla.
Oh
attack.
yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
well, crew, do we need what do we need to do before we head out?
Do we have a plan once we get there? Once we get to the tea house?
Attack. Sorry, I saw everybody.
Make
I
us-
feel like stealth, probably.
If I might suggest, when we get to the tea house, there's a little distance between the beach and the tea house. See? Senor Ja and I could stay outside and keep an eye if anything comes rushing for the tea house. I trust his sword very well, and I, of course, have brought Junior. If the four of you split the tea house up into the kitchen, the serving area, and the employees areas, the cleaning stuff and things like that, particularly if you have skills in investigation or the ability to see other things, you should be able to make a fast sweep of the tea house. And you will know if something goes wrong. You will hear Shaw screaming as he stabs something repeatedly and my gun going off.
Mr. Johnson, does your kind have the ability to make things invisible?
I believe so, depending on who they are and what particular family unit they belong to.
All right, so it's possible that this thing has been obscured from normal view. This item that we're searching for. All
Yeah,
right.
so if we
possibly.
split up, like Duran says, like Abigail, you should go with somebody, and then I should go with somebody else, because we both can see through the veil. So that way, both groups will have an ability to see supernatural stuff, I think that's probably the play in terms of splitting up. Um. Oh yeah. The other thing I was wondering about is, isn't this thing heavy?
We don't know.
We don't know.
You didn't know
Okay.
what kind of metals it was made of.
Because one of us, well, I mean, I feel like one, in case it is heavy, we're just gonna have to be prepared to like kind of escort the person that's carrying it.
If need be, somebody can come to the door and give a shout for our attention. We can modify as we go. Speaking of which, when we head to the limo, we will stop at the back of the Fiat. I have a T-shirt for each of you. It is a combination. It is a combination of ripstop fabric over top of Cut Tex Pro. It should at least slow down big, sharp things coming through and offer some protection.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni.
Yeah,
Mr.
thanks
Geronimo.
again for that. That's
I appreciate it.
super cool.
It is my pleasure. I would like to keep all of you still mobile and doing things.
I'd like to point out to everybody though that there is one small issue. Those knives that Cassius gave us, the only time that they can actually harm a Garu is when the Garu touches it. So if it's just on our person, it's not going to help us any. I was going to potentially suggest that the first run of looking through the tea house be not done by me, only because I would suggest that we first ward the actual door of the tea house and perhaps some of the windows at least, so that if the Garu try and come in and disturb us while we're there, I mean, obviously they'll have to get through Jar, which I'm assuming that they won't, but just in case they do, so that we are not disturbed, because otherwise they'll just come in and they won't let us have it. So
Two questions, if I may, Senora. One, it is why Jean and I will be outside to help prevent this. But one, how long does it take to put a ward on a door or a window?
Out of character should only take one turn unless storyteller deems otherwise.
It'll take one turn plus preparation. You got to draw all the wards and such on first.
Okay, so in
probably
total...
about 3 turns, give or take, because you gotta.
Couple of minutes.
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
Okay. The second thing is, do these wards disappear? Because preventing them from going indoors and windows, and then we leave, I could see that really angering tea-loving shape changers.
I understand that. I mean, we can always wipe it off. I mean, a ward is only good if the sigil is unbroken, really. Like if it's the minute it becomes broken, it's no longer really useful.
And storyteller, I'm assuming that I mean, I don't know the warding against lupines, but is there any like assistance? Like Tremere assistance.
That'll cut down on the time.
That's what I was wondering. If it'll cut down, if I can like just
I was looking at the mechanics of it. It's 5 minutes per level to cast. So what Lupines is
it's
third
ward
level?
3. So actually that's 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, if Abigail
15 minutes per window.
Yeah, if Abigail writes it out for Jude, she would be able to assist, or anybody who has the magic marker or whatever it is you're using to write the
magic marker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're gonna let me do this then? Okay, so I mean, I can
for anything.
I can prepare some markers that would basically have my blood and have some of that silver dust that I got from the chantry.
Yeah, I mean, technically, markers pretty much are just sponges that you scribble stuff out with.
All right.
I'd allow it.
Okay. Would Margaret have what is needed in the shop?
I don't know, Margaret. Would you have some extra markers laying around?
Yeah, there's a whiteboard behind the main counter that Amber does like her like little shoppy signs that they tend to have, so she can bring that box out and you can take as however many as you need.
We're gonna MacGyverize this shit. Okay, I need these markers, and I need some silver, and I need my blood, and I need a paperclip.
Bubble gum and some duct tape.
Oh, and an elastic band. You can't do it with an elastic band.
Yeah. And satellite uplink. Okay, there we go.
All right. So I can prepare some things. I mean, we don't have to necessarily water everything, but just enough that it'll slow them down. Because the minute that they touch one, it will hurt them, and they probably won't want to touch another.
So when exactly are we doing the warding in this process?
Well, if we're all in agreement, because I'm not saying that this is the most brilliant plan, I'm saying that this is a potential option. We could do this right when we get to the tea house, very quickly before we head in, or some people could head in and some people could start doing the warding.
So if it takes about 15 minutes to do the warding and we have about an hour, you can ward 4 entrances, or 8 between the two of you, I would expect. And that's no searching.
Of course, while they ward, we can search.
Yes, but that means 2 people searching instead of 4.
But
Indeed.
if I actually, you know what? If I draw out these sigils and I give the drawings to somebody else along with the markers that I've created, the drawing implements, then I don't technically need to be there, and neither does Jude. Is that correct, storyteller?
Theoretically, you'd still have to be the one activating it.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just writing fancy pictures with blood and silver bits in it.
You have to say the words.
Activato Lupano or whatever, like weird Harry Potter shit.
So out of character, anybody else want to do this? Because I mean, I am totally down if this is not the route that we want to take, if we want to make a quick and dirty in and out, as opposed to trying to ward anything.
I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to ward like one thing,
like a door maybe or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really think it's necessary to ward the windows, like all of them. I think just like the main entrance, so they can't just like bust through and immediately discover. Like, it's gonna take them longer to try to get in that way. So I feel like
back entrance too, if there is one.
Right. So as long as we have like 1 or 2, that's cool, and then everybody else can search, and then Duran and Ja are gonna be scouting, basically.
Okay, sounds good. And then that way we won't take up too much time doing the warding.
Right. Well, does that sound good to everybody?
See?
Yes.
Okay, we have a plan. Wow, I'm so proud of us. We really did it. I got bored a couple times, but we still did it.
Yeah, some of us are probably going to die anyway, so might as well have a plan on it.
Why do you think I did all of this?
Well,
Fair.
I mean, it's not like I have a very strong constitution, so if anybody's going to die, it's probably going to be me.
We made it out of the freaking Shadowlands, okay? We can do this. I remember when Ja was like in the Y shape and that guy just, he was gone. Like, we can do this. We have the capabilities.
We have survived to irritate 3 different groups of other supernaturals.
And I'm not about to stop now.
Adding a 4th should be a cakewalk.
Oh, and now you've gone and jinxed it, Mr. Duran.
I say the Tremere magic that I've seen since I've been here is pissing people off. So I might as well join in on the fun.
Yay! I knew you would eventually.
All right.
To the party limo.
Right. I'm not heated
in
here
the
anymore.
house tonight.
Bye.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson gets up and leaves.
Yes,
let me know.
Don't go through the phone. You son of a bitch.
Let me know when you're, I guess, in position. You know,
See,
make sure Bangs the Pots is what a weird name. All right,
Bagging pots.
Sounds
I
like a
like the
character
name.
from D&D or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Betty wishes
Like a
he
halfling
was.
gnome or something like that.
So yeah, drop me a text, whatever. I'll get it right away.
see,
And he just leaves. Like, he just doesn't have any more time for your kindred nonsense. So is everyone making their way over to the party limo and hence Mandrake's yacht-ish thing?
via the trunk of the
Oh.
Fiat.
Oh, right, the trunk of the Fiat for the things. And then
Yes.
my only other thing that I was thinking about that we talked about a little the other time was, aren't there like silver bullets that we have too?
When I take out the bag, when I take out the bag and hand out the t-shirts, black for the gentleman, a dark royal blue with a very dull gold trim for Miss Strickland, a deep jeweled burgundy for Jude, and an equally deep, almost jade green for Abigail. And then I'll pick up another bag that's about yay big that rattles a lot and pull out 2 empty clips. And when we get in the limo, I'm going to start thumbing silver bullets into clips.
Yes. Okay.
You have silver
good.
bullets, Mr. Duran. That's excellent. Oh, and also,
See,
thank you. This is lovely.
Yeah, these rule.
Yes.
it will slow things down. And the silver bullets, very expensive, but you can get them in Texas, because in Texas you can get anything for some strange reason. And I have only heard rumor, it is myth, that it works, but you know what? Apparently they kick like a copper bullet, so why not?
As an out-of-character aside, Cliff and I actually looked that up and found there are actual silver bullets for sale.
I too looked this up. Because I was just curious. Can you buy silver bullets? And sure as shit, Texas.
In Texas, you can
Your
get
shit happens
non-operational. You can get non-operational silver bullets all over the place. But if you want them to really shoot, Texas. 50. No, it ended up costing about $2,000 for 14 rounds.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And you have to buy
That's
them
American.
single. That's
Gotta
American.
buy them one bullet at a time. Yep.
Yep.
Not only should we be sponsored by Vancouver tourism, we should be sponsored by Texas tourism as well.
No. No, I'm gonna say no to that.
I've been a few times.
So everyone is making their way to Mordecai's yacht. Mordecai, how does your yacht look?
The yacht or the limo? The limo is basically kind of the same as the other
Yeah.
limo. It's a bit longer and it has a pool.
And a disco ball that comes down, and for some reason the radio can't be switched from LMFAO, so yeah.
So I'm gonna basically tear off the pants and hop in the limo into the pool. Sort of basically sit there like Caesar as I get ferried, 3 blocks?
Yeah, it's not that far.
To the yacht.
So extra.
Performance specialization is dancing. I'm just saying.
Dancing. Hit the button, up come the poles. There you go. The yacht, probably. I had this up a minute ago. Sorry.
Somebody's been looking up yachts online. I mean, BC, you can actually buy islands, so, I mean, the yacht thing should be fairly easy to come across.
I mean, but if the yacht doesn't have its own cannon, is it really worth having?
Wow, there's a callback that I wasn't expecting.
Let's see. I imagine it's not quite the size of a super yacht.
It is not, no. You'd need resources 6 for that.
Working on it.
That's Bill Gates money. That's that Bezos money.
Yeah, a pretty standard holds, a couple, 100 people.
Only?
It's not a big yacht. I mean, what do I look like Jeff Bezos? Come on, I mean, no.
Speaking of Jeff
definitely.
Bezos, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can actually give us a free sub.
Wow. Wow.
I mean,
Nice. See?
take money
See how I
out
did
of
that?
Shameless.
take money out of his pocket, put it in ours. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was perfect.
Sorry.
So, it's a quick trip in the limo. Mordecai is hanging out in the back, pantsless for some reason, in the pool.
As one does. You don't put your pants on in the pool. That's gauche. Come on. Not that kind of party bus. Jeez.
You're wearing like a tactical shirt.
I wear my tactical shirt and my swim trunks.
I love it.
Okay. On that note, how does your yacht look?
I'm just trying to get an example of it. For some reason, it's not cooperating.
In that case, I'll describe it.
Excellent.
So the yacht looks, and my computer kind of hicked up there for a second.
So
All right.
I might have a couple pictures of yachts in my computer. We've been through this on my show.
So it's kind of like a standard, what you would consider to be a yacht. It's got kind of an area in the back where you would all kind of pile on from the dock. It's not really huge necessarily. It's not the biggest yacht that's out there, but it is a fairly large yacht.
I mean, I'm not ostentatious, so I'm trying to be subtle.
And Mercy gets out of the car, and she goes down to the yacht and gets basically pre-launch everything set up.
I look at Jude. Are we like out of the limo now and just sort of like waiting there?
You can all pile onto the yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, you can all.
I want to. Go ahead.
You can basically like pile on and just hang about while Mercy is getting everything prepared.
Okay, I want to like sidle up to Mordecai. We can't get seasick, right? Like, I don't know. I haven't been like on a boat since it happened to me, so.
I haven't been, but I was raised going to and from the South China Sea. So
You're
I'm
good.
used to it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm good. It's
saying,
fine.
yeah. Okay, cool. So, and the other thing is, what is the name of your boat?
Oh, no, I
Because boats have names, right?
have to name it. All right. Come back to me on that one.
Okay, I'll go back.
I think Abigail is going to take a photo of the boat. Is going to send the photo to Charlotte. Is going to say, "Yours is bigger. P.S. doesn't have a camera or a cannon," and then hit send.
Wow. Stabs me in the back and doesn't even get on my boat yet.
Mordecai, this is a
Wow.
lovely boat. Such a lovely boat, and it's so high tech too.
There's a fair bit of high tech stuff on there. So at this point, I think it would probably be a good time to take a bit of a break. And once we come back, we will be on the boat and ready to go to the tea house in Stanley Park. So, come back in about 5 minutes or so, everybody, and we will be going into Yaru territory. All right, see you in 5.
Eee.
We're back. Here we are back again, and the yacht is pulling around the English Bay area of Vancouver and coming semi close to the tea room that is in Stanley Park.
Right. Oh, I got it. Just for the folks at home, we all collectively had a discussion. We decided that Mordecai's yacht is to be named the Sex Sea Siren. There we go.
And now that that pertinent piece of information is out of the way, is anyone what are the preparations looking like now that you're pulling around? You can definitely see the tea house from where you are. It's a little bit up on kind of a rocky area, but it'll take probably about 5 to 10 minutes to get up there once you make landfall.
So once the clips are full with the silver bullets, I'm going to tuck them into the balance side, and then I'm going to stand up in front of the bridge and quietly, because we're not supposed to be obvious about this, I'm just going to quietly be doing Italia Vittoriosa. Yeah, Italia Vittoriosa.
I would
I'm
want
watching
to...
it from the pool.
Back in the pool.
Wait, aren't we on the boat now?
You're on the boat now?
Yes. There's a pool in the boat, apparently.
There's a pool on the boat.
Oh, there's also... Okay, sure.
What?
I want to just... Oh, so I'll, come up to Mordecai in the pool. I'm not going in the pool. But,
Thank you.
do you have that thing I gave you just in case?
Left it in my other pants. Yes, it's over in there.
Okay. Gotta take that with you.
I pull a Deadpool and just pull it out of nowhere. Just a little pop in. Right here.
Great. I'm so glad. So I'm actually going to, in terms of preparations for Jude, I'm going to eschew the crossbody bag, and I'm just gonna put my knife, my spider concoction, in my shorts pockets.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be encumbered by the bag at all, and I don't think there's anything else that I need out of it, so I'm just gonna leave that on the boat.
I'd say that Ja, the only thing that's different about Ja is he's just wearing all black sort of skin tight clothing, and he has a lot more knives today. He still has his regular dagger and his sword, but leg strap with a bunch of knives on it, throwing knives on them. And didn't Margaret have a silver blade of a sort?
A dagger, yeah. Something you
Yeah.
see in pagan rituals.
Yeah. Ja would just ask, if need be, could I have that?
Of course. And she already has hers on one hip, revolver on the other. And then she does hand that over to Ja, but the blades that Cassius gave us, there was one for each of us, or what was that distribution like?
There was enough that there was one for each of you, yeah.
Okay,
That
is
one,
it-
Ja literally just has on a strap that's just on his neck and just kind of strapped across his chest. It's maybe a word will work that way. I don't do words.
Like a cross.
Margaret would have that one
Basically.
down the spine then.
Okay. I didn't realize we all got one, so obviously I would have that in addition to my regular engraved knife.
All right. So, Duran, any other further preparations?
Well, I guess I'm strapping a knife to the back of my belt too. Not that I do knives, but it's a warded thing, so So yeah, no, swap the clip so that I've got a loaded clip of silver in the gun.
Also, Ja's in the pool with Mordecai with all of his weapons and clothing on. He's like, this is how your clan relaxes.
This is how everyone relaxes. All right, reach up, hit the button, turns on the jets.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Margaret would probably be in the crow's nest.
Ooh, Abigail,
Yes.
are you going to be using the machete?
Well, I'd like to have it on me just in case.
Are you going to be using it?
That depends. If something comes at me, I will probably use it.
Are you going to be using that or the dagger? I'm imagining you're not terribly combat heavy in that sense.
Out of character, I do
swinging
have
one-on-one?
Out of character, I do have melee because I have a boot knife that I use frequently. But yeah, but I mean, not
You're
as
gonna be
much.
like double fisted it?
Not necessarily.
Just checking. Just keep it handy. We may need to actually give it to them. It's a hell of a bargaining chip.
I do have it in my backpack. Abigail's preparations would have been her backpack is of the waterproof sort. She has left her laptop at home because we're on water. She would have taken her cell phone and put it into a waterproof case. Her dagger from Cassius would be strapped on her belt. Her normal dagger is her normal boot knife is in her boot, or strapped to her leg, I should say. But she has the machete in her backpack as well, and she has her marker with the ward. She has her clinging of the insect vial in there as well, and she would have her normal bear spray. So she's actually going to turn to Jude and say, I know this doesn't seem like much, and they are supernatural creatures, but this is bear spray. So, I mean, they are weird creatures. It might be helpful. I carry it around all the time because it's an irritant. It's simply scientific. So I don't know.
Hell yeah, I'm never gonna be mad about adding something else to my toolkit. So yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take it, and I'll let's see, how big is the can, or what is it? Okay, I'll probably just tuck it in right here then. Running out of pockets in my shorts.
This is also true. Are there any other preparations that are being made whilst Ja is in the hot tub with Mordecai with full clothing on?
Margaret would have her revolver on one hip, one of the silver blades from her shop on the other, and then down her spine she'll have the water blade Cassius gave her, and then she's just going to go up to the crow's nest. And, she doesn't have the best sight, but maybe being up high will give it an advantage.
All right. So are you embarking to the tea house? Or disembarking,
Let's do this.
I guess.
I think we were waiting for a signal from, I think Mr. Giovanni was supposed to let us know when it was ready.
Well, any of us could send the signal to him with the phone.
Do we want to send it before, as we're going onto the skiff, or are we waiting till we land?
Send it when we get on the skiff, because that's 2 minutes across to the beach, and I am sure it will take 2 minutes for this I am banging the pots person to kick up whatever it is that he's going to kick up.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll text him when we get on the little boat.
In
Is
it.
everyone making their way over to the skiff?
Mhm.
See.
Sure.
Yep.
We can all fit in
Indeed.
this?
Yeah, it has seating for about 6 to 8 people.
Alrighty. Alright, so once everyone is like settled in the skiff, Jude will take her phone out of her back pocket and just text like thumbs up emoji.
You receive back another thumbs up emoji.
Right.
Mordecai, did you put on pants?
Yep. As soon as I
Okay.
get out of the pool, dried off. Both Mercy and Alexia are waiting with a change into full tactical gear, knives. There's a sword. Not sure who's going to use it. There's 2 guns. The whole sort of a lot angrier, and I put the t-shirt on over top of everything, so I look a little bulky with the flak jacket underneath it, but that's fine.
All right.
Got a bandana.
So you all pile into the skiff. The text message has been sent and received. So you make your way to land, which seems fairly, not problematic at all. You pull up. There is one of Mordecai's ghouls that would get out, kind of pull it onto the land a bit easier than like most people, and they would help you all off the boat. What are you doing from there?
Up a hill, I believe.
It
Get
is.
up to the tea house. Yeah. It looks like we need a bit of a hike to get up to the tea house. Shouldn't take too long.
Santa Cristofori. These shoes will be right off. Oh, well.
How do we know it's clear to go?
I mean, he sent me back the thumbs up, so I'm assuming it's happening.
I imagine the distraction is not a great explosion and fire in the sky. So we are, and he did say this bangs the pots and pans was going to try. So we're going to have to assume, even though making an assumption makes an ass out of you and some guy named Umshin. So I think in and out very quickly.
Okay, so so are you hanging down at the bottom of the hill, Duran and John? No.
Up top of the hill so that we can see.
Okay.
See.
So
See.
let's get up to the top of the hill and then we'll break off from there.
Yeah, hopefully brown paper bag will be able to come give us some direction.
So disrespectful.
Some guy named Brown Paper Bag now too?
Oh, that's not his name. I'm
Thought it
bad
was
with
Pots and
names.
Pans. Spick and span. Pots and pans or something.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it takes
so
you
we-
a couple minutes to get up to the tea house itself. The tea house is, and I had this written down, but I had to close everything down because my computer fucked up. It's a wooden building in Stanley Park. The interior kind of looks wooden. You can see in from the couple of the windows. The windows are kind of the standard six different windows in the one frame type situation. It seems modern on the inside from what you can tell. But the outside kind of looks a little bit like an older, like a 1950s house that is cobbled together with a couple different pieces.
Is it right on top of the hill, or do we have like a parking spaces, driveway, anything between the top of the hill and the tea house?
There's like from the way you all came up to it, you essentially came around the back. So yeah, if you swing around the front a little bit, there is parking spaces and pavement leading up to the tea house.
Are we going in the back or the front?
I'd rather the back. And then at the same time, maybe like the ward could go in the front.
We go around the back. We'll have to go through
We're
some
in
trees
the
and
back.
such.
We are at the back.
Oh, we're at the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the way you guys came up, you would have come up at the back, essentially.
Okay. Got it. I see. Well then, yeah.
See.
The
So-
shortest way in is the way to go, I think.
Go in the back. I am going to walk around towards the front to watch anything coming at. I do not think he will be coming by sea, so it'll be one shot by land.
I
So-
will also go around the other side and do the same till we meet out in the front, Mr. Duran.
So, and just let us know when you're done.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to go over to the front, and I'm going to start warding the door. Who's going inside?
I will
I figured I'd go inside as well.
I can do either. I can stand here and watch and guard you while you're warding, or I can go inside with the other two.
Well,
I
if
don't so
you two are
much-
going around the front and then Duran is also going around the front, then John will go inside. That's fine.
I think I'll be fine. If you want to go inside, Mr. Mordecai, I've got Mr. Duran with his silver bullets to help me out.
That works. Inside.
Everyone who is going inside, give me a wits and awareness. What's your saving throws versus death?
And while they're doing this,
What?
Steve,
Yeah,
while they're doing this, I'm kicking. Once I find a nice little shrub to stand near outside the front, I'm going to kick heightened senses on and really do
that.
some major listening and watching.
I thought you said you were gonna like kick the shrub, like take that, Garu.
And I'm going to throw on Sense the Unseen, just in case.
I too would like to do that, especially like once I get inside the building. I get a 2 on my wits and awareness.
Add 2 more dice for that for the sense the unseen.
Oh, okay.
I got 4.
Or for
I
me too.
roused wits and it passed, but I got a 7 messy crit. Hello, Hunger 3.
Yeah, that boosts you up your hunger a little bit. It's not even, Margaret.
No, if there's something wrong with the construction, that's on them. I can't do anything about it. Do I work with hard materials? No. I work with malleable materials.
Disappointing me, Margaret.
You're disappointing yourself. God, look at what you've done to yourself. You wonder why I don't have any. Just go fuck off.
Yeah, you don't.
Sassing the beast generally works. So with the 7, everyone is kind of moving around stealthily, considering the dark environment that this particular tea house is currently in. Margaret, would you kind of get a feeling more than anything like auditory or visual in sense, but you get a feeling that there's a picture frame behind the one particular wall that seems to be kind of askew ever so slightly. Like, it doesn't look like it's completely even. It looks a little bit off center, and you can tell around the outside that people have moved this semi recently. Like, it seems to be like something like the dust on the wall seems a little off in that particular area.
Got it. So she'll go there with the blade on her hip from the shop, and she'll actually hold it at the base of the hilt, but have it to where the blade's like more kind of along her arm, and she'll just use the end of the blade hilt to push the frame to see if anything happens and see if she can push it enough to reveal anything.
Nothing actually happens, but you can, when you're kind of glance a little bit underneath it, it looks like there's something back there.
I believe Joss said that he was coming in as well, correct?
Yep.
All right, so she'll do a sort of bird whistle. I can't actually whistle to grab his attention, and then just motion her head with the blade hilt still pushing the picture frame back.
Is there something obviously behind the frame?
There's something behind the frame. It doesn't actually look like a safe. It just kind of looks like a hollowed out section behind the actual picture frame itself.
Ja just picks up the frame and yeets it.
And that's when the Toreador's hearts all broke at the same time. He's destroying
In the
our
way.
Okay. Yeah, there's a, like, you see kind of a hollowed out section underneath it. Like, it looks like it doesn't look like somebody like ripped anything out. It looks, there's like a frame around it, like a wooden frame, and inside of it there is this, which is a kind of oblongish thing that has mystical symbols on it.
It's a puzzle box.
I'm not touching it.
Actually, I was just about to say, am I seeing anything like supernatural with Sense the Unseen?
When you look over at that, definitely.
Okay, so Jude would like to approach Margaret and Jaw as they're like removing the painting and everything, and so I want to like observe directly the object.
Okay.
What do I see?
You see that it is a kind of something that looks like this, which is,
okay.
It's got 6 sides. It's got kind of a leather wrapping on it, and it has a bunch of mystical symbols.
So I don't see any like spirit or anything like that?
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any spirits, like any ghosts around this area, but there's kind of a haze around the entire area that is supernatural in origin, but you can't quite place it. It doesn't look anything like the Wraithlands at all.
Okay. And would I be able to make a roll for the symbols that are on it?
Yes. Intelligence and occult.
Right.
Didn't I see this thing in the Da Vinci Code? No? Nobody? Fine.
No, I know exactly.
I'm just like...
a lot of editions of things like this out there.
For Duran, give me a wits and awareness.
Wee, my favorite.
I'm gonna burn a willpower to reroll. 3. Okay, that's much better. Okay, I got 5.
Okay. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay, my video decided to jump again. So you got 5 successes on the intelligence and occult. These are above your pay grade, but they are Tremere symbols.
Interesting. Okay.
And Duran, how many successes? 4 successes. There's something nearby. You can't quite tell what it is.
Am I hearing footsteps? Am I smelling something? Am I seeing movement?
You hear a slight rustling in the bushes that are near you.
Okay, and Abigail is still up at the door doing the warding thing.
Correct.
How near are these bushes near me?
They're about 10 to 15 meters away from you.
Okay, so not too hugely near yet. So I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on them and sidle back towards the front door. Senorina Abigail, I would possibly think about hurrying, though at the same time, doing it on the door outside. If something comes at us, is that door open? Or is it locked?
I check the thing, storyteller.
It is locked.
Okay.
So this means you will finish that ward. Something jumps us. We run around back. It will follow us around back. And I would say skip the ward.
You might be right. How far, storyteller, am I in the ward?
You're about halfway through at this point.
Is there anything that I can roll to speed it up?
There might be. Let me check my book. Let's go with a...
Knock. So someone inside unlocks the door.
Let's go with a composure and a cult.
There's actually rules for
There are not.
beating up.
I'm making this shit up as I go.
I was like, nope, definitely doesn't exist. We've run into this one before. I want to do a ritual faster. Sucks to be you.
I mean, I'll allow it if she kills the roll, but
Yeah, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
that is pretty
I mean,
good.
I don't know if that's
You
a killing
can
of the roll.
speed it up, but it's not going to be like...
That's
It's-
a hard check.
Yeah, it's going to be from 15 to 10 minutes, which you're at about 7 minutes right now. But it's not going to be like... oh, look, I'm done.
Half? Or...
It cuts it down by, per 5 successes, I'll rule that it cuts it down by about 5 minutes.
So I've got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I was going to go 3, but okay.
Oh, sorry. Wait. 7
Yeah,
minus...
7.
Minus...
Yeah, 7 to 10 would be 3 minutes. Yeah.
Keep talking, Abigail. It'll be down to 1 minute.
Keep talking,
Mr.
Abigail. It'll be back up to 15.
Mr. Giovanni, I've got about 3 minutes left. Do you think we can hold them off for that long?
DNA?
Do you want anything from me? I have this.
No, just
and I give him the machine.
Do.
Okay.
Just do.
Okay. I
Grazie.
keep doing.
Less talking, more painting. For the people on the inside, it was these are definitely Tremere symbols.
So wrap it. Go. Let's
Okay.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to relay that to them right now. I'm just keeping it for later. Yeah, so
Is that the thing?
yeah, that's the thing.
Let's get out of here.
What about picking it up? You think we should just
Wrap
touch
it
it?
in a
I'm kind
coat.
of scared. Huh?
No, I can't. I've got the shirt on.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there a souvenir shop in here? Like, does it have like
tote bag.
Oh yeah.
like
Tote bags.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay.
3 tote bags. Line them all up inside each other and just sort of scoop it in.
Okay, hell yeah, let's do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could fit in one tote bag. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
John
say.
grabs
Paranoid.
the first bag or piece of clothing he sees and tosses it at you. Just here, just tuck it away.
Okay, I'll catch the bag and then I will like kind of do the like take my hand covered by the
Like you're picking up
Canvas on
dog
the
poop.
back.
Yep.
exactly just like that, and so I do that and then I tie off the top of the bag like kind of tight so like none of
Like
it
a
is
poop
exposed.
bag.
Like a poop bag.
Sure. The analogy works, I guess. So yeah,
Texting Duran. We have it. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm ready to just leave. I don't
Duran
wanna-
feels a weird new
Oh.
sensation.
Senorita Abigail, they have the item. Scratch and let us go.
Excellent. All right. And so in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe the ward because we don't want the Garu getting pissed off at us. All right, cool.
Where I got to here.
And we head back. So she can walk. I'm going to walk between her and the bush and keep an eye on the bush, kind of walking backwards with the hand, just kind of resting here.
Before you guys round the corner, out from the bush stumbles a kind of weird looking human. He's got scraggly beard and he's got kind of greasy hair, and he looks like it's definitely not clothing that Duran would be got dead in, but it is, old, beat up, and it's dirty, and he comes stumbling out. And he's like, so anyway, and he turns and he looks back at a very large, very blonde individual that you can tell right away only has one hand.
I was going to say, between the two of them, there are
Motherfucker.
3 hands.
Yeah. And he's like, so anyway, so we're supposed to, just hang out for a bit. We're
So-
supposed to get your, and then he looks over at you and he's like, oh shit. So anyway, look over there, and the large blonde individual just kind of morphs ever so slightly into a larger gray individual, still with one hand.
Mr. Duran.
Arrivederci, gentlemen. Go.
No, Mr. Duran. No. Let us discuss kindly with these lovely Garu that we are about to leave.
Continue walking backwards. I would like them no closer.
Yeah, we are walking backwards, but we're saying, Abigail's saying, we are sorry, we didn't realize where we were. We're just leaving.
Arrivederci, gentlemen. Have a wonderful night.
Yes.
Give me a
Viva l'Italia. Eurovision forever.
Do any of us who are in the back hear this?
No.
Plot twist.
Okay.
Magni hates Italy. No.
You're not far off. He pretty much
What
hates
are we
everybody.
rolling?
Let's go with a manipulation because you're trying to bullshit your way out of it.
Uh-huh.
And persuasion.
At disadvantage.
Because I was gonna say that Jaw would
gonna
head around
rouse.
front
I'm gonna rouse.
to protect the
I
party.
failed.
Probably a good idea.
I'm
I
going to
failed.
rouse as
Abigail?
well.
Look, it's
No.
it's one of them Get of Fenris. We used to have them in the war. In fact, it was one of our best squads.
Stan, shh. Be very, very quiet. Very,
She says to the voice in her head.
very. Okay.
It's always good to get the voice in your head to be quiet.
Burning a willpower.
So what do the rest of us hear or see?
I don't think anything, right?
Nothing yet. Like you're all pretty
Right.
much concentrating on the thing, getting it out.
Yep.
So you're, I'm assuming, going out the way you came in, which was the back entrance.
Right down the hill.
3 successes.
Duran.
Okay, I failed the rouse.
Okay, about this.
So you haven't eaten that much, Duran. You should eat. You're disappointing me.
We started
And
the night eating.
Get the fuck out of there. What are you doing? That's
Working on-
it's a
working
large
on getting
werewolf
the fuck
thing.
out of
What's
there.
wrong with you?
You are what's wrong with me. Getting the fuck out of here now. Okay, and I also got, even with the willpower, got 2 successes. Again, just trying to baffle him with bullshit.
You see the Mick Foley-esque looking individual kind of put his hands up on the larger individual. He's like, whoa, 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 you should probably leave. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We're backing up really
What is-
quickly.
What is with that idiot? He told me to take you to the tea shop.
And loud loudly.
Did we
loud,
hear-
loud enough.
did we hear
yeah,
that?
we heard that. Loud enough to be heard inside again. You know, a nice, loud, sharp, "Arrivederci, gentlemen. We must be going immediately, but it is a pleasure seeing you. We are sorry for stepping on your land. We will remove ourselves immediately."
Okay, we need to leave now.
Yeah, no.
Jaw's like, go. I'll run interference if I need to. But Jaw, go. Go fast. Jude, protect them.
Okay, let's go. So I want to just, go out the back.
And despite the person that's standing there in front of that particular gray thing that's pushing like this, he is moving backwards, and it doesn't seem like that gray thing is slowing down really at all.
Mesmerize.
On the gray thing,
Yes.
what are you going to be saying? And prepare your roll.
I liked Abigail. She was really cool.
Stop, Mordecai. Stop.
I'm rousing Potence. I'm grabbing Jude. And I'm either going to fireman carrier or somehow, and we're hustling
You're
down
gonna
the hill.
fireman carry me?
Well, we're not moving fast enough. We need to be off of this fucking rock.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
rousing,
know.
I'm
I
rousing
run
my
down the hill.
manipulation. Passed.
Abigail!
I passed!
I know, I just like doing that voice.
He's just fucking with us now.
And I'm gonna burn another willpower.
Probably a good idea.
You always say that.
I'm so scared right now.
And I'm burning all of my willpower.
4 successes.
And what are you saying to the large furry engine of destruction?
Please go back. We will be leaving. Do not harm us.
The large furry engine of destruction has a very equally large wolf head on the top of it. And you see like the one eyebrow of the wolf head kind of raise, and then the lips pull back, and the teeth seem to get even larger as it's moving even faster towards you.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I am coming and I want to use a thing. Hopefully it will work.
Go on.
I like Ja. He was really cool.
I want to use chemistry.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
cause a hallucination to make it seem that we still have Mr. Durand and such out in front. So this thing is still coming at them, and we can piece the fuck out.
Okay. All right. Let me look up those particular rules in this PDF.
I'm going to roll my. I'm going to arouse my manipulation because I will need that.
That's a good idea.
Because I roll manipulation, obfuscate, and I passed. Anyone unprepared and within eyesight of the vampire and eligible to experience the hallucination is distracted, losing 2 dice on their next action. Additionally, those who fail to resist using their composure and wits lose their next active action if they fail.
Composure
You get to
and
choose the
wits.
hallucination, but that's what I'm going for.
Let's see. What is your role?
I am getting my dice pool together right now. Since 4. 6. All right, here we go. Here we go. That to me nice to be good. We're going to burn a willpower as well.
Okay, hang on. I see him step out, kind of half turn the corner, look at the guy, and be focusing on something.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the bet and use the Tremere multi-level lore keeping to steal his call to purpose, to go, Ja, yes, do it, I believe in you. So he gets the free willpower roll.
Heyo. Don't have to spend the
yes.
willpower.
Oh,
I like
multi-level
this a
war keeping-
lot.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That is 5 successes.
So Ja comes out, focuses on the large gray furry engine of destruction, and anybody who would have glanced back on running to the boat would have seen kind of a shimmer come across Abigail and Duran, and they sort of stay still, but then they move backwards away from said shimmering images, and said shimmering images look exactly like Duran and Abigail, as Duran and Abigail are, one would hope, as a storyteller, hightailing it to the boat. And the large furry engine of destruction grabs the other individual and tosses them with their left hand, and they kind of do like a ridiculous spiral through the air because they're not prepared at all to get thrown. And you hear like, "I can see my house from here," as they crash into a tree. And then a large claw comes down on the images of Duran and Abigail, and
They're hauling ass.
Yeah, it collides with the ground, and the ground kind of like reverberates out from where it hit, and you just hear like a very large, loud like and you're hightailing it.
Is there anything I can do to like make myself run faster? Like, is there
Yes,
some kind of-
you can rouse your dexterity.
I was about to say, I think I can rouse my dex and do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Under the old
I'm using
system,
silence of death, so hopefully the rest of you can be silent because I can't help you on
Okay.
anything else.
I passed.
yeah, under the old system, they did some weird stuff with like some kind of math D&D 3.5 rules where it's like your dexterity times whatever is your land speed.
Oh, sure. Okay, well, I roused successfully. I passed my check for, yeah.
Anybody else rousing their dexterity?
I roused.
Yeah.
You did,
And
but I
failed.
passed.
I'm hungry.
Duran, run!
Si padre, doing.
Abigail, get the
Not
fuck out of
now.
there!
Oh my god, not now. Do you not have any sense of timing? Oh my god, come on. Just, I'll eat later. Come on, just shut up.
I would just like to
I
say,
passed
as
on my rouse, by the way.
cool. As Jude is running, I have the object that's covered with the bag that's tied in. I'm like smashing it like into my bosom with my hands, or like I hold on to this like as I'm running really fast. I just want it to be like super secure, so I'm just like
There is something that is hot on your heels. Mordecai?
Fall down to the boat, to Mercy. Get the boat in the water. We'll be there in like 30 seconds.
Yes, you will. However, the thing that's behind you
We're not going to make it.
is going to... I'm gonna... I don't have any D... Oh, wait, I do have a D6 handy. Give me one sec.
How close are we to the boat?
You're fairly close. Yeah, you're within 30 seconds, I would say. Allow me to get
Stop.
this D6. You stop? Well, I don't need that D6 anymore. Are you just stopping dead? Don't keep me in suspense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I see him stop?
Yeah, I'd say It's fairly obvious.
Then I'm just gonna.
come to a skidding stop, and make it look as if I've turned around and faced him. And I'm gonna run past him the other way.
He is
I wanna
definitely
distract him.
too large for you to run around in that amount of time.
Can I dash through his legs?
He's like coming through the air.
Through the skid? Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah, this is like claws out, fangs out. Like you skid and then you turn around and there is something
Bad life decisions.
coming at you that is very large and very angry.
I'm hopping trees. That's what I'm doing. I'm soaring, leaping through trees, straight up Twilight werewolf style.
Can I
Running with a
throw the
half eye
machete?
behind.
Can I throw the machete at whatever? Like, am I close enough to throw the machete at whatever it is that's trying to attack Mordecai?
Close enough, yes. Able to do so
Throw
with
a
any
machete?
remote accuracy? Probably
I'll
not.
catch it.
Okay, in that case,
Throw it.
yeah, you know what? I'll throw it because even if I don't do it accurately, at least Mordecai has something to work with.
Give me a dexterity and athletics
Mordecai
roll.
does have the blade. I sworn it.
Yeah, I roused my dexterity already, so
See, this is going to go several different ways of sideways, and I'll explain based on Abigail's roll.
We're getting this thing out of here one way or the other. That's Ja's job here.
3 successes.
3 successes. So Abigail turns, kind of spins a little bit, throws the machete. There is a large thing coming at Mordecai, but then from the side, something comes in and hits that large thing just before it hits Mordecai, and you are so lucky that I rolled really high on this particular roll. It is a brown, large, furry, semi-engine of destruction. And that is what the blade hits.
Oh.
Fuck.
Run, Mordecai, run!
Margaret's been running.
Yeah. Everybody else is running towards the boat. It's just Abigail and Mordecai that kind of stopped and or slowed down.
Yeah, Ja didn't stop. Ja jumped up in a tree because he wanted to get a better look at what was going on the ground. And then he saw what Mordecai was doing and was like, that's pretty dumb. I'm not going to do that. Let's continue moving.
Okay, so the thrown machete hits the
brown thing.
interceptor.
Yes.
And does
Good
something
enough.
what
Could've done
happens
that
what
much
happens
damage.
after that? Like what does that do to him?
Right
them,
now,
or-
in the next few seconds, there is a basically just kind of not necessarily cartoonish, but there's like a pile of fur that is rolling around on top of one another.
Okay, cool. So just keep
Okay.
running past that
Good enough.
nonsense then.
Yeah, you would have been long gone in this particular instance
Okay,
because
I don't
Mordecai
know
stopped and it
where I
was leaping at Mordecai.
Right.
I'm not even going for the boat. I'm just swimming.
I'm
just see
gonna.
this person just leaping over the water past a little rocky outcrop just as far as he can into the water.
Well, I
I'm
gotta get in
gonna-
the boat, I think.
Abigail, you're
Around.
going to
Touch my headset. Call Charlotte's pilot. Extraction required.
Oh, I've been waiting for that.
Third beach.
All right. So everybody else is going to the boat.
Well, when Abigail stopped, I would have stopped right beside her, pulled the gun out, steady, and then as soon as the whole machete tumbling, waved to Mordecai with
Yep.
"Move of the ass."
I'm out.
So it takes a couple seconds, but eventually there is a light shined upon you from a helicopter above you. They were in the area. And a rope ladder comes down because they kind of see the large pile of fur that's clawing and biting at each other, and they definitely don't want any piece of that.
Okay, I'm shoving. My shorts are kind of like tight, and they've got the suspenders on, so I'm gonna basically shove the thing in the bag, like in the front of my pants, so I can like not like in my crotch, but like off to the side, and then just so I can like have both hands available for climbing, and the thing will be secure. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. So I'm going up the ladder if I'm there. I'm just hauling ass.
Fairly close, yeah.
Okay.
Mordecai, what's your potence rating?
1.
You do not make it quite so far out as to be in the water, but you land on the beach from
That's fine.
the last tree, yeah. Are you going to boat, swim, or ladder?
If I will go to the boat, I'll give it a minute at most, and if no one's on the boat, I'm taking the boat and going to the yacht.
Margaret would be there because she got
Yeah,
X and athletics, so yeah.
a lot of people are basically piling onto the boat. Abigail?
I'm grabbing the ladder. I'm not taking any risk. How close am I to the furry bundle of joy?
It's about 5 to 10 meters away from you.
Okay.
And Jaw's not too stressed about it. If the werewolves decide they want to come to the water, Jaw will just float down to the bottom and just sit there until they get tired of searching for him.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna jump up the ladder. I'm gonna obviously like hightail it up the ladder to the helicopter.
Mordecai, ladder or boat?
Ladder is way closer than the boat at this point.
It is.
I'm going to make sure Abigail is on the ladder, and then I'm just going to sort of wrap my arm around the bottom.
Duran, ladder, boat, swim?
Okay, so Abigail's on the ladder. He's grabbing and wrapping.
Jude is also on the ladder, and Margaret and Ja are in the boat.
I'm heading for the boat. There's not enough room on that ladder.
I can grab it. It's fine.
So once you're all in the boat, whoever the ghoul is that is at the boat had already pushed it out because Mordecai had kind of suggested that it
Splash,
be time
splash,
to go.
splash.
Yeah.
Not the time to think of my shoes, but I'm thinking of my shoes.
And as you kind of get up to the boat, that particular ghoul is helping you in, and then it like takes off as soon as they see that the other three are on the ladder. The helicopter kind of pauses ever so slightly for a second, allowing you to get up a couple rungs, and then as soon as the boat leaves, that's when the helicopter starts to like kind of lift off. Was there a plan to meet up at some particular point? Had the party gotten split?
I don't think there was a plan in place,
Well,
but I
Drop us on the
The
boat.
boat is going back to the yacht. The helicopter can see that.
Yeah.
And the yacht owner is on the helicopter.
Drop us on the yacht.
Does your yacht have a helipad?
Now you're climbing down the ladder again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
mean,
think I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like Jude wants to stay on the helicopter because I've got the package. So okay, let's say Jude gets up into the helicopter and like I'm still just like clutching this thing even though it's tucked in, and with my other hand I'll get my phone and I'll send to the group chat I'll say like, where are we meeting? Click, so everybody gets it.
Margaret will look at the other two and go, I guess we meet back at the schism.
I feel like that might be a bad idea.
I mean, true.
If they got our scent, that could be dangerous. But it's your house, not mine.
Oh, true. There is a cave I can take us to for the night. It's a bit of a drive south, but we could get there.
We have this fancy smancy boat.
We also have a helicopter that if we just take the boat out, they get up into the chopper, and we climb on up, and I tell
I'm
the
trying to learn
pilot
about this relaxing thing, and Ja just lays in the pool and just floats.
Well, let's see, it was John and then Duran on the boat too, correct?
Yeah. Ja, you, and Duran are on the boat. Everyone else is helicopter bound.
Oh, Ja gives you back your silver blade too. I'm glad I didn't need this.
You and me both. But she'll look to Duran and she'll say, how does that sound? I don't know if you have hidey holes in the stuff, but it might be best for us to get onto the chopper and I'll show you something. Place to stay for the day.
Muted.
You're muted.
You're muted, Cliff.
I have no desire to stay in a cave, Signorina, and flying is not.
Mr. Duran still wants to do some celebrating tonight, I think.
True, but as he so stated, we might want to lay low. Spread ourselves out from where we normally go.
Okay, since I
See,
presumably did not
why not
receive
just
an
meet
answer.
on the yacht? We can be anywhere.
50 miles out, we're absolutely nowhere.
Exactly.
See, laying low here is. I can lay low anywhere. That's
Okay,
not
so
a
is
cave.
someone texting the group chat about the yacht?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
S-
are on.
Poke, 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 poke.
On,
Boat.
we are on the ducking boat.
The
Uh,
ducking boat.
So wait, storyteller, is this gonna be possible for us to just like the helicopter to like maneuver there and just like put us on the yacht? Like, is
Yeah,
that
if we stop,
Yeah,
we can
if you.
absolutely
Okay.
get a helicopter.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure. That's why I'm just clearing it here.
just
Okay, so
nobody on the yacht like stand up too quickly. That's all I'm saying.
I'll just text like okay.
I'm sorry, it's
And-
not a bigger yacht.
I'll relay to the other people in the helicopter that were meeting on the yacht.
Why is this say ducking? I did not say ducking.
Oh, that's just because the phones don't like it when you cuss. You gotta teach them that you like to cuss.
Decking. I
Ah.
said decking.
I will teach this that I like. I do not. I speak Italian.
Yeah, you might. There's a way to turn it to the Italian speak. You just gotta go in the settings, and it'll say Italian and English, but then we can switch it over to the Italiano and then etc.
Santa Francisco. Grazie.
Yeah, so it's easy enough to get down to the yacht. I'm guessing that's where a lot of you are spending the evening.
I suppose.
Really hungry.
Mordecai's got a snack.
Mordecai have a snack on the yacht?
My
Well, I guess. I mean,
It's a
I guess we
snack.
find out. I guess we find out.
Oh, that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not.
Hmm.
If we can dock and I can get out,
So,
I would appreciate going back to the Canadian Italian Club. There is
We'll
partying
take
yet
out
to
that.
do, and I am a little peckish.
Peckish.
Okay, so we're
Who's up for
all on
Italian?
the yacht now. I'm just trying to understand the timeline
Yes.
here because
Yeah.
I'm getting sort of lost.
Yeah, you'd all be
Okay.
on the yacht by this point.
Okay. All right, so we're on the yacht. Duran wants to go party. People are hungry. Jude is not saying much. She just is sort of clutching this thing and just like, I'll stay here or go home or whatever you want me to do so this thing can be saved. Like, just tell me what you want me to do.
Let go of the thing.
Well, I don't want it to go anywhere. I don't know who's gonna come out of the sky on fiery wings and to snap me up and this thing with it.
Oh no.
Offshore.
If we have changers with wings, oh no. I did not sign up for that.
Okay, so are we just going back to like where we came from?
We can go there. We can stay in the boat.
As soon as you actually got on the boat, for a lot of you, it would have gone straight out into the bay more to get the fuck away from Geru territory.
Sure. I'll just stay here then.
We can
Yes,
order
it's
in.
probably safer. You can order in. That's amusing.
Airdrop some of Mordecai's people or something. I don't know how this works.
Well, first off, I'm going to thank Charlotte, and I send a text message to Charlotte saying thank you. Owe you one heart emoji. And then I'm going to turn around to our friends and say, so it looks like Mr. Johnson had no intention of helping us. In fact, he wanted us to get caught.
Do not attribute to maliciousness what can be explained by stupidity.
Can anyone explain to me why the other werewolf attacked the big terrifying one?
I do not know.
Is there like in this yacht, can you like go like down some stairs into like little
there would be a spot
rooms
that's like sunproof, etc.
Okay, Jude is just gonna like wordlessly just like walk down into that area with the item.
But I feel like we're collecting Horcruxes to destroy Voldemort or something.
Why would he
The
have us
hell
collect
does
his own
Cassius have?
Horcruxes?
It's not his. Obviously, he wants to take someone's power.
He's the only one that knows what it does.
Only one?
Now, when we were given the first job, it was to get the key and several other items, which had not been detailed to us yet. It appears that Cassius is going to detail us the items one at a time. Now, we have been in the Wraithlands. We have been in Pentex, where they do not like us. We have, on our own, gone and visited a car, which got us in the way of some magic users. We have now been on Guru territory. Where will the next thing Cassius be sending us for be hidden, which will be dangerous to us? I cannot imagine.
I feel like I was safer in Philadelphia. And that's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up.
I think if I went back to Toronto, I might just live longer. And that is not a safe place for me to be.
Peggy mentioned the school book, or the children's books that we read when we were quite young, and the Fae. That sounds interesting.
Okay. Fortunately for us, they do not exist, which is good.
Fair.
Because if they did, I will tell you the stories being a wee one in my country. Oh, no.
No, it's probably Magi territory. We're gonna get fireballs thrown at us or some shit next.
So, that seems like a good enough time to call this one semi-completed. Mike?
Yeah, just the one last thing. Everybody was hungry. So I'm going to burn my points in, or spend the points in allies and contacts that I have. Call individuals throughout the city that I have contacts with, and arrange a yacht party.
So Mr. Giovanni gets his party.
to celebrate because there's a very substantial population of Italian Canadians in Vancouver, to celebrate the victory win of Eurovision of Italy.
And the way I feed, that's perfect.
And we will have a party. We get the mayor involved. Bada boom, bada bing. Everybody feeds. Everybody's happy. We sleep the night on the boat.
And once again, using the multi-level lore keeping, I'm going to steal the Simise's ability that everybody gets willpower back for the hospitality of staying in the place. I have been reading a lore sheet.
I was about to say, like, damn, you're
sheets,
so on it. You're just
I
have
a lineup here now of what can I do? Oh, look, the Tremere let me do everybody's stuff. Here we go.
Why do you think I took that? I'm so glad I did.
Tremere, so that means can do it twice. So, and it means that Prince can use his ability, and then I can use the lore sheet to steal his ability, on him or anyone else. So we can throw these things around like mad.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah, though I will say for this one, instead of doing like the whole day and superficial or aggravated willpower, we just chalked it up to a short rest. 4 hours, you get all your superficial willpower back.
Well, I was gonna readjust it to make it aggravated willpower if anybody had that, but yeah, we could, because right now it's kind of mostly useless. Because it's like at the end of the session or whatever, you get all your temporary willpower back anyway. Yeah, so unless you're like resting during the session, it's kind of not all that great.
Got it.
But yeah, I'll do it for ag willpower damage. So, if anyone else has any other business to take care of before the Eurovision Italian party,
send a message to Cassius saying, we have your thing.
Stop trying to kill us.
We'll land tomorrow.
It just okay, yeah. We have your thing. We can meet tomorrow. Have a good night.
Yes, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's it. I don't want to say anything else that's gonna get me in any more trouble at this point.
Don't worry, John's thinking it for you. Now, John put away all his blades and is actually enjoying the relaxing in the pool. Just like, oh, this isn't bad. This is actually kind of nice.
Right?
The jets, that's a good addition.
I did not have to pull the trigger once. Wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
We did a thing. Wow.
Is Margaret partaking in any Italian cuisine?
She will by way of feeding off, blood of humans.
I had 5 rouse checks tonight, and not a single one was a failure. Clearly, the next time I have to roll rouse checks is going to be an absolute fucking disaster.
All right, so let's do a quick roundtable to tell everybody where you're going to be at next, what's going on, how things are, and that way. Let's go with Cliff first.
Thanks for joining us again, ladies and gentlemen, and watching this entire crew somehow stumble our way with comedy and great intent to success, for which I've got to thank the entire Coterie and Steve first. My name's Cliff. I played your Duran Giovanni tonight, the man who did not have to pull a gun, but got to run like heck and celebrate the heck out of, and yes, go check it out. Eurovision, Italy, #1 this year. You can find me on Instagram under the Vintage Self, where I do a lot of stuff with suits and other odds and ends and bits and pieces, right over that way. And yeah, thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
And Mike.
Yep. Hi, I'm Mike. I played Mordecai. You can catch my pre and hopefully post-COVID adventures in cosplay at Canadian Captain America or City and Captain America on Twitter. I play this game on Saturdays. We film it on Mondays. And I DM a game of 5th edition AD&D, or 5th edition D&D, excuse me, called Would Be Heroes for...
It'd actually be 4th edition AD&D.
Yeah, exactly. On Tuesday nights, starting at 6, it's a live one. And they're in a heap of trouble. They just don't know it yet. And there are plans upcoming to play a game on Sundays, also on this channel. Stay tuned. This will be happening mid-June.
Sara.
I'm Sara. I play Jude. You can find me on social media at MC Diabetes. This week will have been episode number 4 of London's Bleeding, which is a historical chronicle that I am the storyteller for. It's really getting good now. It's only going to get more wild. The 3rd episode was a bit of a turning point, and then from there we really ratchet up the action and the stakes. So I really encourage you to check those out. Those come on YouTube, and then every Wednesday on the Martlet Games Twitch at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. I would like to say that the Dungeons and Dragons that Mike has alluded to, this new one coming through the pipeline, I actually will be a player in that. That's going to be my first extended D&D campaign ever. So I really appreciate if you check that out once that kicks off in June. Yeah, and just keep up with Martlet Games on all the social media, and you'll see what projects are coming out next. We got lots of irons in the fire. Thanks everyone again.
Astrid.
Yes, hi, I am Astrid Dean, diviner_Astrid on Twitter, she, her, they, them. Speaking of my Twitter, you can find my information about my Etsy, where I sell crystals and I do tarot readings, and open to the public now. If you order a physical item from me, I will write either to you or to one of your characters. And if they're in a stream, let me know. I'll check them out to get a little bit of idea for your character, and I will handwrite you something from the desk of Margaret Strickland. Physical orders.
Prince.
Hello, everybody. I am Prince Amir Hamza, aka Dimples and Dice. Jesus, it's spitting out stuff too fast. You can catch me on Twitch at Dimples and Dice, where I run TTRPG games, Hades speed runs. Mass Effect is what I'm playing now, and probably by the time you see this, I'll be playing Biomutant, because that will be released. Outside of that, Thursdays, I am on Faeforge Academy doing a D&D Sky Pirates campaign, and we're coming into a very dangerous arc in that game. We just fought a Necro Dragon, or Necro Drake, which is terrifying. We barely survived that. And let's see, I'm here, and I'm on Rolling These 20s, which you'll catch after this, as the storyteller for Philadelphia by Night. And we're coming into actually this season's conclusion of our game. So we'll have some new stuff coming up soon, but we're wrapping up an arc. We're going to take a short break and then we'll be back. But right now we have to figure out what is happening to the Baron of South Philadelphia, who has him trapped and why.
Dun, dun, dun.
Indeed. And last thing, I have something I can't officially announce today, though it may be announced on the day where this actually shows up. So just keep a lookout on my Twitter. Oh, Cyberpunk's coming on Wednesdays too. So we'll be doing Cyberpunk Red on Rolling These 20s starting on Wednesdays. So the first episode will already be up by the time you see this. So check that out. That's all I got.
Check out the VOD, and then check out the second episode, which will be on the Wednesday that's coming after. Yeah, it's
exactly
confusing.
All that, the time traveling thing.
Pre-filming is weird, man. Joe.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I was playing Abigail. You can find me on Twitter at Hyrule Gardner. That's pretty much the only place that I am right now, is here on Saturdays at noon. But antics in little side quests are things on Patreon, like the Ventru meeting, like things that are coming up with Mr. Duran Giovanni. And also, we have now put on sale our Meat Room t-shirt on Threadless. So go check that out, because for any fans of Trevor, which you will know if you are a fan of Adjacent, it is a must-have. You must support Trevor and all his glory.
Yes.
So,
Trevor's a friend.
50%
Trevor
of our
is a
proceeds go directly into the Meat Room.
yes.
But I believe I have it set up that 5% of our proceeds go to the Trevor Project with all of our stuff on Threadless. So yeah, definitely send some money their way, even outside of buying anything from us. So I am Storyteller Steve. I am Storyteller here. You're going to see me again in just a couple minutes, because we're going to raid over to the Level Up Dice page. And then from there, they're going to raid into Philly by Night. And then from there, Prince is probably going to share all the love with everybody, because there's games that are going up until like 2 PST AM. It's absolutely ridiculous on Saturdays/Sundays, I guess, for the Aussie folks. And yeah, there's a ton of stuff that is all over the place. I have a list. I am Malik Greybeard, the Dragonborn Barbarian, who actually has a beard. His mom made it for him. In Mike's game, for the Tuesdays, you can see him cast Maul on things, because he's a barbarian all the time. So yeah, definitely check that out on Tuesdays. And we are going to be doing the Sunday game. There's extra stuff on Patreon. We just filmed something with Duran. Dun dun dun, which kind of ties a little bit into the Adjacent stuff. There's a little bit of connection there. So
It
yeah,
might be a little tiptoe.
little
Yeah.
tiptoey. Yeah. So, and we will possibly have some stuff with all of the other people that you see over here. They will be all up on Patreon, and you can see some background information about the characters that you didn't, you may not know if you just watch the regular show, but it definitely will tie in. And yeah, so we're going to raid over there in just a few seconds. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for viewing our stuff and enjoying. And we will see you there momentarily. And
Hey, folks.
bye.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.